versus John Herring. A good fight between them both. Here's a quick recap.
You know, it was really Kyle didn't look like he wanted a whole lot to do with the striking. You know, he told me in the post-fight interview that he's a wrestler. He came to wrestle, and that's what he did tonight. And he comes away with the win with a lot of ground control.
All right. Then we got the J.J. Brantley versus Jack Lafferty. A Muay Thai fight. J.J. Brantley beat before at Jack Lafferty's rib.
You know, really, it was just, it's like I said, I would love to see the punch counter from that. I have no idea how many body shots J.J. Brantley landed, but I will bet you it is exponentially larger than all of Jack Lafferty's strikes put together. So I think that the judges were looking more for the knees and the hard leg kicks and the actual Thai fighting aspect, you know, compared to JJ's like boxing prowess at 170, you know? And it's going to be interesting if he's going to carry his hand speed, be able to deliver another knockout, or if Micah is going to be just bigger than him, stronger than him, and able to handle him on the ground.
Now, as far as
told me before the fight, they want to stand and bang though. So
yeah.
this is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Now, I personally trained with Mike a couple times, so I know he was standing there and bang. Mike has cut down weight for this, whereas Scott Fierle was beefing up. So in all actuality, there's a bigger gap between the difference than what really is.
Yeah, you see, you know, he's used to fighting at this weight class. You know, his body is set for that weight class, where Fierle has been coming down to fight at 155. It can have some harsh effects if you're just trying to pack on muscle. I mean, that last fight of his was only just a couple weeks ago.
Now, Micah Lail is significantly a bit bigger than, as far as like physique-wise, than Scott Fierle. So
Fierle's going to come in here with a little bit of a reach advantage, if I'm right.
Micah Lail in the black trunks in the red corner. Scott Fierle in the red trunks in the blue corner.
Yeah, Fierle's coming out. Let's see if he uses this reach advantage here. Working on that jab or not. Both guys coming from very respectable schools. Fierle's coming from Team 1.
Body kick by Lail.
From Guerrilla Tactics.
Next time you bring a left hook back to the head, Mike.
Oh, and Micah drops him with a big hand. Oh, it looked like Fierle got caught trying to backpedal and punch at the same time.
Like on the button. It didn't look like a hard shot, just caught him on the button.
It's just chin in the air when he was moving backwards. He's up against the cage, he had nowhere to go. It looks like he's recovered himself here, though. Let's hope Mike didn't gas himself trying to finish that.
Great way to start the first round. This title fight, or not title fight, main event fight.
Contendership fight, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
Stand back up if he opens his guard at all. Stand back up. You'll press him, stand. Watch his hips again high. Watch your arms.
It looks like Fierle's trying to get his guard up high, maybe for a submission attempt. He has won by a triangle choke in Lenore before.
Now, Michael's come down to Joe Hurst, who's out of Concord and trained. So he's, trains with the Carrolls up in Conover down Charlotte.
Superior. He's everywhere. I just saw him whenever we were doing the preview show. He was attending a seminar down at Champion Muay Thai. There was a real jiu-jitsu guy coming down there and doing a seminar, and I saw Micah there.
Play his game, Micah. You fight real good. Back up. Micah, stand back up to anybody.
Fierle's opened his guard. It looked like if Micah wanted to stand up, he would do it right then when he opens his guard.
Yeah, I really think Michael likes to ground and pound guys.
He's looking pretty good at it.
I think he just likes the enjoyment of punching people. But you better be careful watch this triangle.
Yeah,
really needs to get postured up and stand up.
Now he's passed over here to half guard from the triangle attempt.
Yeah, it's a good position for Mike because Scott Fierle can't get his hips out to get that knee out.
Oh, and he's got an arm pinned under, doesn't he? That looked like a half guard crucifix. Fierle's gonna have to get out of here. He's pinned up against the cage and he's eating a lot of shots here. This is not good.
Yeah, I thought body kick or body knee right there by Micah, and he's kind of sucked the wind out of him.
You know, it's like, does conditioning come into play here? Because like we said, Micah has been training for title fights for his last 4 fights. That could go for 20 whole minutes of nothing but fighting.
Yeah.
So he's bringing that into a regular fight, a 3-minute fight. That just means he can go full force the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And further boxing for MMA.
All right, starting round 2 between Micah Lail and Scott Fierle. First round, Micah Lail just dominating performance.
We'll see if Fierle changes his game plan after getting popped like that.
Fierle seems real heavy on his feet, especially on his front when he's stepping. He's not hopping off to the side.
I don't think he wanted to do that again.
Micah's debating whether he's going to let him up or keep him down or just make him stand like that stupid position.
It does look like Fierle has put on some muscle around his legs and his arms. It looks like he's packed on a little bit more meat than usual. I mean, he had 3 weeks where he could actually eat what he wanted to, you know?
Yeah. Watch the foot lock.
Oh, we don't see a lot of these out here at the amateur circuit. The kick to the butt, he's out.
A good escape, good attempt by Fierle, good escape by Lail.
Yeah, that was a beautiful ankle lock. It was there, he went for it, and he almost had it. Micah looks like he's doing really good work in his lead hand. He's hit him with that left a couple of times now, where Scott needs to be trying to work with his jab, because he does have a extensive reach here.
Every time Fierle does punch, his head pops back.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. He got popped again right there. See, it's just like the way he's moving out and his head comes up. That is not what you want.
Lail took a couple good shots right there. Didn't really seem to phase him.
Lail has a lot of power. Like it's almost like, you know, when he wants to take down, he just points and it happens. Finally! We have been talking about this for months, and we finally see a toe stomp. Micah Lail just made my night.
Good takedown by Michael. Let's see if he's able to
set up by that perfectly executed toe stomp. Lail looks like a real gamer here. He's everywhere right now. He's beating on this. He's looking good on the striking, looking good up in the clinch, looking good on the ground.
Micah said, be careful.
Micah looks like he wants to drive him into the cage here and pound on him some more like he did in round 1.
Yeah. You better be careful not to get caught in this triangle. Fierle's tried for this 2 different times.
Fierle has a really tight triangle. I mean, he got that on on Jason Heilig, and as soon as he locked it in, it was over. It was done.
That was Michael. I'd be working Fierle's butt back out toward the center of the mat, pin his head up against there, and really just kind of posturing and driving him into it, bowling him up.
Definitely. He's really got to work on keeping his elbows into it. He's going to get that
arm
pushed
bar.
out.
You better be careful. Fierle's got an arm bar locked up.
Almost the end of the round here. He's stacking him up here. Thought he was going to pick him up and just throw him.
About a round for Elite Championship Cage Fighting 13. Micah Lail versus Scott Fierle. An exciting fight at the end. All Micah so far.
Yeah, Micah is definitely ahead on the cards right now. Fierle's going to have to come out here and do something drastic. Finish the fight. He's going to have to finish this fight. You know. I really like to see Scott come out and use that jab. Every time I see him fight, he's got a significant reach advantage. He should really work on using that jab, developing that jab, because it can be nasty.
Yeah. Now, Fierle's telegraphing this kick. He's dropping that left hand as he's winding his hips up. It's leaving him open because he's not executing right off of it.
You know, I'm wondering if I'm wondering if it wasn't because he was scared of you know, getting hit on the kick or being taken down like just happened. Micah looks pretty content with just grounding and pounding.
Yeah, I mean,
win here.
I think Micah just really likes hurting people. It's part of his nature. You know, some people
just born for it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, some people they prefer this aspect of it because they feel safer rather than like the submission aspect of it. Really, it's really hard to get a submission on somebody when they're punching in the face.
Yeah.
So
definitely. I mean, really, like, you know, some people hate to see, like, wrestling in a fight like this. You know, they'll hate it or whatever, because it really is just wrestling. Micah's style is not lay and pray. It's not wrestling. It is, I'm going to take you down, and I'm going to hit you in the face.
Yeah, and fans like to see it. I like to see it. I'm pretty sure his opponent don't like to feel it, but, you know. Micah better be careful. There you go.
That looked like a loco plata attempt. All right, go-go plata attempt. Scott's throwing up a lot of submission attempts here, but I guess that's, you know, you're on the bottom. That's what you got to do. He really needs to try for a sweep or something to get out of there.
Yeah. Michael's keeping it a pretty good base, but if you notice at times, man, his knees are real close together, so it'll be easy to topple.
Especially like when he straightens out on one leg or anything like that, that's the perfect time to sweep. Scott just needs to get his hips at a certain angle and, you know, just wait for Mike to switch his weight around and then sweep. He's out of that.
And he fell right back into it.
Another near submission attempt. It's not over his neck. I don't know. He went out and back into it twice.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
He's like, no, try again. No, try it. No.
He's teasing him with it.
You thought I was going to let you in.
Oh, that's just bullying right there.
Yeah, Micah's in a little better position now.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him get stood up and you know, stand and bang a little bit more.
You
know?
know?
That was real exciting. Both of them had really good technique on their hands, except just, you know, really when he's backing up, it's just like you said, his chin comes straight up in the air.
Yeah, I think that first little clip.
Farm boy strength or whatever. You know, he's like a nice, not real loud, like Southern guy or whatever, and he is just ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen him in the gym, and he can throw you where he wants you to be.
Yeah, now there's definitely a difference between being weight strong and being mass strong, just natural strong. Lail definitely has that natural kind of strength, which is plays real good into the balance of the MMA.
Yeah, you know, there's functional strength and then there's just strength. You know,
yeah.
He obviously has a little bit of both.
Congratulations to Micah Lail, moving into 8-5. Scott Fierle moving his record to 4-4.
All right, I'm here with Micah Lail, who has just secured his title shot against Josh Leonard. Are you real excited to be the #1 contender now?
I am. I'm excited to be #1 contender for a good organization like Elite. I respect the organization, and I think it's a great organization. I'm glad to be part of it again. Been trying to get a fight on the card, and things just wasn't working out for some reason, so it's good to be fighting for him.
I know how that goes. You know, what's funny is in your last 6 fights after this next one, it would be 5 out of 6 fights are going to be title fights. I mean, do you have to train like differently for fights like that, or you just train for a title fight every time?
I just train as hard as I can every time. You know, try not to slack off. I got, you know, over here at the new school, they're working me even harder than I was worked before, and this is my first fight with them. I expect to grow every fight. You know. They got some good techniques, you know, for training, and great team, man. Every guy in there is like my brother, man. They just took me right in, and I feel at home, and it's good, man. Get some good training every day.
Yeah, I mean, you're real impressive everywhere. You came out, man, and like in the first round, you rocked him, and it didn't look like he wanted to do a whole lot of striking after that. Do you think you might have struck a little fear in him there?
I hope so. I mean, I don't want anybody to think that I'm weak in any area. I want my opponents to feel like I'm strong in every area. You know, my original plan was to stay standing with him, knock him out standing, and I felt that I could have done that. I also felt I had him on the ground, and I just kind of wanted to take it where it was at the time. You know, I stood up a couple times, you know, ended up back on the ground again, and I just thought, well, hell, I'll just stay here. You know, I'm in a good position. I'm beat on him for a little while. I mean, he was a tough dude, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he definitely was. There was the point when you rocked him, though. It was like you were pounding on him. It looked like, you know, I could have saw an argument for stoppage right there. How hard was he to put away, you know?
He was hard, dude. I was beating the hell out of him. He's going to be sore. He's going to be sore, man. I hammered his body. I hammered his head. I felt some solid punches connect with his head. I mean, his ribs, I mean, they were just squishing every time I'd hit him, you know. So I was just expecting to be real sore tomorrow, you know. I hope he's okay, though. You know, it was a good fight. He was, man, I'll say, gotta give him props. He's tough, man. He's real tough. I'm just glad that I was so prepared. Guerrilla Tactics got me so prepared for my fight. And I look forward to the next fight that I can train.
That's awesome. You got a good team out there like that. Okay, now this is just to antagonize things, because that's what I like to do, because you're a real nice guy. You got any scary words for Josh Leonard?
Yeah, man. Hold on to that title, because you won't have it much longer.
Okay, I didn't think you'd actually say anything. You're so nice to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I want the title, man. I want the title. I like Josh Leonard. He's a good guy, but I've fought friends before. I mean, it's not a big deal to me, man. I mean, it's a sport, and I take it very seriously. I expect a good fight with him as well. He's dangerous on the ground. He's he's got some some strengths on the ground, and I expect a good fight.
All right, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and watch you fight.